Perfect. So, welcome everybody. And I'm really, really excited to be introducing you to the Anglia Pyjama Party, which I have to say was my idea. And it's now actually happening. It's come to fruition. So it's really, really exciting. So I'd just like to introduce you to the team who are making this all happen. And I will start by introducing myself. So I'm Claire Corse, and I'm the Deputy Region Chief Commissioner for Anglia Region. I was previously County Commissioner for Girl Guiding Cambridgeshire East, so some of you may know me from that. And I also run a guide unit in the village where I live in Orwell. So rest assured, we are taking part in the pyjama party as well. I will now hand you over to Pam Lacey.
Hello, I'm Pam. I'm a brownie guider from Norwich. I'm region OAA for Brownies and Rainbows, so outdoor activity advisor and covering residentials. And I'm part of a team organising a sleepover for about 500 girls in Norwich, as well as this. So we are definitely taking part and looking forward to it.
Thank you, Pam. And Sarah Crocombe.
Hi everyone, so I'm new to Region, residential advisor for guides and rangers. So I've been running units and outdoor centres for girl guiding. I'm hoping that I may get some people to come to the centre that I'm working at, which I'm running in Burwell. So Cams East, I'm going to be chasing some people down to see if I can get some takers for coming to my venue. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Sarah and Pam. Now we head over to the communications team. And Carolyn, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, everyone. I'm Carolyn. I'm Programmes and Events, excuse me, voice going, Events Advisor for Bedfordshire. And for Anglia, I do Outdoor and Adventure Volunteer Team Leader. So I think we're in for a lot of fun with this. So hope you're all as excited as we are.
Thank you, Carolyn. And Emily, who is one of our Queen's Guide volunteers for the event, which is very exciting. Emily, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Emily. It's nice to meet everybody. I will be working in conjunction with the communications team, so sending out the information for you. As people have said, I'm doing my Queen's Guide, so I'm working with them to accomplish this. And I currently do girl guiding in Colchester with a unit called Second Nexton, and it's a really fun place to be. And I'm excited to be on this journey with everybody.
Thank you very much, Emily, and we're loving having you with us, so thank you. And then moving on to the finance section, Sally Settle from Hertfordshire is doing our finance and our budgeting for us, which she's doing a fantastic job, sadly, or I don't know whether it's sadly, but she can't be with us tonight as she had to go to guides because they needed her adult presence. So sadly, she can't be with us this evening. But also to say that obviously the region office team are supporting us with all the pyjama party communications. So we have Bonnie, Ellie, Katie and Paula within the region office who you can contact if you have any queries, and they will direct them to the right person. And also we have Louise and Joe from the retail team, so from the shop, helping us with our merchandise and badges and any kind of retail opportunities that we might create. So there's a big team of people out there pulling this off and making it happen. Okay, so the concept. We wanted to deliver a region-wide sleepover to support World Thinking Day celebrations in 2025. I wanted to get as many people out there as possible, all together on the same day, all doing the same thing to celebrate the day that we all find special within our guiding calendar. I wanted to make sure that as many young members and volunteers across the region as possible could take part to have this fantastic opportunity. We are going to provide a selection of story-led activities to support all sections. So the programme will fit from rainbows right through to rangers, and all the work will be done for you, and our team are working on that as we speak. And we also wanted to provide support and guidance for leaders so that they can run their own pyjama party locally. So if you've already got your going away with license, it means that actually this is all there, it's all done for you, and you don't have to think about it apart from booking the venue. So to make it as easy as possible for you all, because we're very aware that we are all very, very busy people. The other thing I wanted to do, and that the team have made possible, is to encourage leaders to gain their going away with qualification who haven't done, because it really isn't that difficult. It's a great opportunity, and it's one of the things that as a young person you will remember for the rest of your life, is going on a rainbow sleepover, a brownie holiday, a guide camp, a ranger holiday, a ranger camp. They stick. They're there forever, and it's up to us to give the girls those opportunities. But also you get a lot from it yourself, and I always feel I get to know the girls far better, their individual characters, when we go away for a couple of nights or a week, rather than just seeing them at a meeting for an hour a week. It's such a fantastic opportunity, and as you can tell, I'm quite excited by it all. So that's the concept, and thank you so much for signing up and for listening to us, and hopefully we will have a fantastic event.
Okay, so we're going to provide, as Claire said, a lot of support to make this happen for everybody. Whether you've got your licence or you're going to be doing your licence, it works right across the board. So the variety of things that will come out, we've already got our blog up and running, and on the screen you can see the information and the link to them, and you've got the codes there if you want to pick them up now. But Paula is also going to kindly load them in the chat, so they'll stay there throughout this if you want to pick them up from there. So blog's up and running, do look at that. Facebook group, again, get in there, have a look at what's going on, updates will be coming out. You've got your frequently asked questions, and if you haven't done it already, merchandise, gosh, I can't even say it, survey. Now, Claire's very excited about this. She's got some great ideas and things in there. Please do have a look, see what you think, see what you like. We want to make this great fun. So that's still going. Please do put some thought in. It doesn't take very long, but we want to know what you think, because this is to provide for everybody and what you want from it. We got there. And then to continue back in that app, obviously today is the first webinar, but we've got several more as we go along to support at the relevant stages. So the second one will come up on the 17th of September, and that's going to be based around your REN, Part 1, risk assessments, choosing your venue. So we can provide a lot of support, say for everybody really, but particularly on this one for people that are going to be new to doing this. Next webinar will come on the 9th of January, and that's the REN Part 2. So you can have a look at that. And the next one, the fourth one, then comes on the 5th of February. So that's just picking up any other bits, information that you might need to look at. So it's a chance to fill in any gaps that people feel they might have. And so we can provide as much support and information along the route for you. Okay.
Thanks, Carolyn. I'm just jumping in. There's just been a couple of questions. Paula, can we just check the links in the chat? I don't think they're working for a couple of people. QR code, though, is now working. If you can just rectify that. And we also had a question from a volunteer who's hoping to organise this as a district camp for part of her Queen's Guide, and was just asking whether the event's aimed more at individual units, or is she okay to do a district-wide sleepover if someone wants to take that?
That is available for everyone. I'm personally doing it as a division. I know some of us are doing it as a division, some of us are doing it as units. It's so flexible, it works for any level.
Thanks, Carolyn.
I think the answer is the more the merrier.
Are you happy for me to move on to the prices?
Yep, fine.
Thank you.
Yes, please.
So prices, we're aiming to keep this at a really good level for you. So we know that you're going to have costs on top of this when it comes to food and your venue hire and everything. So we aim to keep the cost that you're paying to Region at a really low rate. So we've managed to get a grant that will support a lot of it. So the cost for the initial pack, which will give you your activities and things, is £2 per unit. Now, if you want to order more, you are quite welcome to. So if you're organising a big scale one and you've decided that you've registered for one, but actually you want 10 packs, please go ahead and order 10 packs. They are £2 a pack. Then your price per girl is £2 and per volunteer is £1. And then each pack will incur postage on top. So your final bill will be whatever it is plus postage. Your volunteers will get a little something in their packs, and your girl packs will be slightly bigger.
Thank you, Pam. Should I just add in there, just as I had a light bulb moment, the reason that we're able to keep this at such a good level, a low level, is because we've had a grant from Girl Guiding UK to help facilitate the pyjama party. So then we are able to pass that on to you so that it makes our running costs lower, which is exciting. Sorry, Pam.
And just seeing that's okay. Just seeing one of the questions that's just come up. Yes, that cost does include a badge. So, yeah.
Lots of positive feedback in the chat about the prices.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've just got one question there. What's the difference between the unit pack, girl pack, and the volunteer pack? Can we just give a bit more detail?
The unit pack will have all of your information for running your sleepover in it. So it will have your program and basically your program. So all the things that will help, the cards that will give you your program support. Then the girl packs have got slightly more in than the volunteer packs. If you want to order girl packs for your volunteers, feel free. Did I just say that? Was I allowed to say that?
You're packing them, Pam.
You are getting questions as to whether you can share more about what the packs actually contain.
Ooh,
Well, I don't know. I think it's fair to say at this point we don't actually know. This is still work in progress. So we will share that with you at a later date. But I think we could safely say that you will have all the activities that you need to run your sleepover. Am I right, Pam?
Yeah, so you'll get all the information you need to run your sleepover. You'll obviously need to supply some equipment. We can't supply you all the equipment, but you will need to so say we suggest the craft, you will have to supply your equipment for the craft. Packs will actually be sent out to you in where's the timeline?
November.
Mid to end November.
All packs should be received before the Christmas holidays.
Yeah.
So the unit pack is for a group, so that will have your information for running the thing. The volunteer pack is not actually a pack as in a pack of information. Your volunteer is per volunteer for your badge, etc.
And other.
Yeah. Do sign up and pay for the unit pack before? No, you need to do it all in one go. Information about signing up and everything will be coming out later. I've missed the one above that.
I think we've still got a little bit of confusion around the packs. So the unit pack is programme and the activities that will form part of the programme, but there won't be craft supplies, etc. in that pack.
No.
The girl pack is the badge plus some memorabilia and bits for the girls to do as part of the sleepover, and the volunteer pound is for the badge plus fingers crossed memorabilia for the event too.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, girl goodie bag.
We need to order. Can anybody share when the last date for ordering packs is?
Bookings open.
It's a good question while you're looking, Pam. If people order one pack for a district and then decide they need more after it arrives, can they open further unit packs after that? I think that's a great question and something we can consider.
Mm-hmm. I think I've got an answer to your question. I think we've got close of 31st of August.
Yeah.
Thank you, Carolyn. How do we do that? So question from Mandy, how can they finalise the costings to share if they don't know what they're going to need until after they need to collect money in? i.e. what craft they'll need to support the activities.
So the activity packs we're designing so that we're using what hopefully most people have already in their unit cupboards, with nothing that's going to be too expensive or additional. So it's designed so that you can pick it up and hopefully most of the materials you'll already have some of, be as easy for you to pick up and run the activities as we can possibly make it with what majority of people. Not everybody's going to have everything, but hopefully you'll have most of the stuff to make and do the activities with.
Thank you, Sarah. There was another question. People are concerned about the closing date of the 31st of August. If they won't have girl numbers confirmed for the term of the pyjama party.
I think it's hard for us to push it, but I do understand that obviously you won't have met. So maybe we need to move that date to September when people have started meeting again. Sarah and Pam, what do you feel about that?
I mean, I'm fine. It's really ensuring that we've got time to get everything produced.
That is our issue.
As long as we've got the time to get the badges produced and the packs produced and merchandise, everything produced in time, we can move it. But it's dependent on timelines for production.
Precisely. We'll have a chat about that at our next meeting, but I hope you all understand that it isn't just about it's about us getting the information ready, getting everything printed and put together to send out to you all. So, but we will look at that at our next meeting.
So there's a question about how much time will the activities fill. We're aiming to give you a variety of activities. You can pick and choose as to how many or how few you do. We're well aware that some people might do a sleepover from 6 o'clock in the evening till 10 o'clock in the morning. Others may do one from 2 o'clock in the afternoon to 11 o'clock. So there'll be a variety of activities within the packs, and you can pick and choose as to how you want to fill.
And just on the person that's asking whether it's the Rangers, it will be. There'll be activities to choose from. I mean, most of the Rangers will pick rainbow activities anyway, but there'll be all sorts of activities in there for every age group. And some of them you'll be able to make harder, some of them you can make easier. But between Pam and myself, we've got all of the sections covered. So yeah, they'll be there for everybody. So if you're doing it as a district and you want everybody to come, there'll be activities for everybody.
Yeah. Okay. Can we move on to the next slide, Bonnie, please?
So we're also going to be offering Girls on Waiting Lists a pack, and we will be contacting them, and it will be £7 for non-members, and they can do their sleepovers in their own homes. We'll challenge them to sleep somewhere other than their own bed, so in a den or under the table or in a tent, whatever. But we will be challenging girls on waiting lists to be able to take part. So we're opening it up to give people a taster.
Thanks, Pam. Had a question as to whether the unit packs will be section specific or all in the same pack.
They'll all be in the same
Everybody
pack.
will receive the same pack.
Thank you. And also, are people permitted to plan their party on a date other than the 22nd of February?
Of course, yeah, of course they can. It is just an idea to have it all on the same day, because we're hoping to have possibly some live links on that day that link us all together. But if you can't do it that day, then the information is there and you can do it on another day.
Thanks, Claire. The final slide for you is for questions.
So I know we've answered quite a few.
Are there any in Q&A, Paula or Katie?
Yeah, there is one saying, is it a 24-hour sleepover?
As we've said, the activities you can do that for as long or as short as you want for that sleepover. And you can make the activities last, do more of the activities if you want it to be a longer sleepover, or do less of the activities. So entirely up to you.
Thank you, Sarah. And question from Judith is, can we add extra packs for girls later?
I'm going to pass that one to Pam. If she can answer, or one of the region team.
I was going to say more one of the office team, I think,
Yeah,
can answer that one.
I would say that we do usually have spares. We've taken a lot of the learning for this event from the Super Rainbows event a couple of years ago. We did order some additional products because we had some last minute asks, and we also found that through use of the Facebook page, units were swapping. So some units might have had girls drop out, some units had girls jump on it. So we were able, I think, to get resources for everybody that wanted to them. It just requires a bit of manoeuvring closer towards the date, but we will obviously take away all of the feedback from tonight's questions. We'll copy the questions out of the chat and update the FAQs, and we will try to make this as accessible as possible for everybody, and hopefully we can support you all with any last minute requests as well.
Just seeing in the Q&A, there's a question there saying, are the packs volunteers? Would they be for leaders? I think we touched on this before. We've said volunteers because we want to be inclusive of all your unit helpers and your parents that might volunteer for that night once they've been DBS'd and referenced. checked. So we've covered everybody by saying volunteers.
Thank you, Pam.
Sorry, I'm just looking at the webinar for when we're looking at the REN and the venue. I think when we're looking at those, it's looking at the risk assessments associated with the venues. If people need a hand with their venues, then have a chat with their advisor, have a chat with Region, and they can put you in touch with any of us to see whether we can help you out and give you some ideas, or at least give you some support about venues that have been signed off. There is a list around of those that are already signed, and your region advisor, or your your county advisor will have that information.
Thanks, Sarah. There's a question back in chat about the live links. So ideally somewhere with Wi-Fi. Yes, but we will look at accessibility in terms of what we'd like to do on the day, to see whether we can do pre-record if that's more accessible for people. And one unit has girls that may not be able to attend. They might need to do it at home. So it's just querying whether those links would be accessible for those girls due to safeguarding. So that's a really good thought, and we will take that away and make sure that everything's accessible, whether girls can do it with their units or from home.
Just seeing a couple of others, there's sort of questions saying, can it be a day event? Obviously, we'd like to encourage you to have a sleepover, but we're well aware that some people, for various reasons, can't. So yeah, have a evening pyjama party. But we would like to encourage a sleepover, and the costings does not include a donation to WAGS. So if you want to include a donation to WAGS, that would be something for you to think about when you're doing your costings.
There's also a question, Sarah. The webinar in September states it will be choice of venue. We won't be able to finalise costs for girls until we have our venue booked. So we won't be able to finalise numbers for region until we have this info. What are your thoughts on that, Sarah?
Yeah, that's what I just sort of touched on. I think if you've got those queries about venues, then your advisor, your county advisor, will be able to help you with venues that have been signed off, and then we can discuss risk assessments around those venues. So I think the webinar is going to be based more around the risk assessments and the RENs in your choice of venue, as opposed to by then, yeah, you want to have something booked. So I think it's just us with how we've worded it rather than what it's necessarily. So yeah, find your venue. If you need help and support, speak to your advisor, your residential advisor. They will be able to point you in some directions. They'll be able to tell you what in your area has been signed off already. And if there isn't something, and you can find something, if you're doing large scale events, then think outside the box. I've done them at cricket clubs and random shopping mall. I've done some random places for sleepovers. So if you do pick somewhere that isn't, and you can find somewhere that isn't signed off, then do feel free to get in touch with us, get in touch with your county advisor and your county commissioner, and they'll be able to look at the venue and see about signing off and making sure it complies with everything that's required for the girls to have a safe residential.
Thank you, Sarah. Pam, another question. How much is the unit pack? Is it £2 per girl or is it different? So could you answer that question, Pam?
Yeah, so the unit pack is £2, and that will give you, so if, say for an example, you're running a sleepover for your unit and there are 20 girls coming and five leaders. So you would be paying for one unit pack, which will cost you £2. Your 20 girls will be £2 a head. So that's £40. And then your volunteers would be another £1 a head, unless you want to order them the girl packs instead. So that would be an example for 5 leaders. So you'd have one activity pack, 5 volunteer packs, which include your badge and another souvenir. So call it a volunteer goodie bag. And then your 20 girls would get their goodie bags as well.
Thanks, Pam. And also I've just seen the question about getting the packs out sooner. No, it's not possible to get them out sooner because we've actually got to put the content together. We've got to get them printed. We've got a weekend booked in November. We feel that that's enough time for you to get your risk assessments and your RENs done with the information that we're giving you through the webinars. So we're trying to work with you as much as possible, but we've got a lot of work to do too.
There's one question in the Q&A. It says, will the programme be related to the WAGS programme for Thinking Day?
No.
No.
No, it won't be. Totally different set of activities and programme.
But we may be able to link some of the activities to unit meeting activities within the guiding programme so that you can tick those off for some of your girls.
Certainly looking at a couple of brownie UMAs. I need to get my hands on some rainbow UMA packs.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that's all of the questions, ladies.
Just to say, the programme's not going to be entirely linked to programme, as in entirely UMA linked, but we will try and throw you in a few.
Yeah. Okay. As Bonnie said, anything else we can put in the FAQs so that you can read those answers there. Anything that you do need to know or any questions you've got, do message us. We're happy to try and answer your questions or to help. And it's just great to hear the excitement that's going around the region about our pyjama party. I, for one, am really excited. So anybody else, anything to say?
Just wanted to share this really exciting news. We've got over 500 units already signed up. Well, units, districts, divisions, which potentially relates to over 18,000 girls getting involved, which is our largest ever region-wide project. So thank you to everybody for signing up to the expression of interest. It's brilliant to see the excitement.
Fantastic. And hopefully we'll have a few more sign up in the meantime. It will be even better.
Yeah, please go out and share the excitement and get other units to sign up, those that have been maybe thinking about it, or even there's a lot of people, possibly people out there that haven't picked up on the vibe and don't know. So please spread the word.
Absolutely. So we will see everybody in September.